The winter wind cut sharp and cold, biting through the hem of my coat and seeping straight into my bones. In my rush to head downstairs and make it on time for our 5-year anniversary, I slipped on the hard concrete steps. My balance crashed, and I fell hard. A sharp, blinding pain exploded through my right calf, heavy and throbbing, the kind that told me something was seriously wrong. Leaning weakly against the icy wall, the first thing I did was not check my injury, but reach for my phone. My fingers shook as I dialed Lou Xiu's number. Today was our 5th anniversary. It finished all my work early. Full of quiet anticipation, only to end up injured and alone. All I wanted was for him to come, to drive me to the hospital, to stay beside me through the hardest moment. The phone rang and rang unanswered. After a long, hollow wait, a cold, brief message finally popped up: busy. Don't disturb. My chest tightened. But I did not blame him. Over 5 years, I had learned to adjust to his schedule, to respect his work and never to intrude, even with my leg throbbing, even with no one beside me. I swallowed every bit of sorrow and dragged myself slowly toward the hospital. The corridors were crowded, thick with the sharp smell of disinfectant. I hopped awkwardly on one good leg, struggling to line up, register its cause. Go through every tedious procedure alone. Sweat broke out on my forehead. My fingers went numb from cold. A nurse watched me hobble around alone, eyes full of confusion and pity. Miss, your injury is serious. Why isn't your family or your boyfriend here with you? My throat tightened. I was about to say my boyfriend was busy with work when my gaze drifted to my phone. I froze. Lin Soo-yuan had just posted a new Weibo update. The photo showed a gorgeous, brightly lit birthday banquet, all our mutual friends laughing and celebrating together. Everyone was there except me. In the center of the frame, Lin Soo-yuan smiled brightly, her arm tightly linked through Lou Xiu's. Leaning into his shoulder openly, proudly, Lou Xiuan stood beside her, not pulling away, not keeping distance. He looked down at her with obvious indulgence, gentle and patient, the way he used to look only at me. The caption cut straight through my heart. Thank you, Brother Yuan, for the most wonderful birthday party. Good times with good friends. Guess who didn't get an invitation? The medical crutch in my hand slipped and clattered loudly onto the cold floor. The last warm thread of hope inside me snapped completely. I bent down, picked it up calmly. No tears, no scene, no argument. I simply commented coldly under her post. Wish you both happiness forever. I finished the examination, the skies, the heavy plaster cast, all by myself. I took a taxi home alone. When I opened the door, the room was warm and bright. Lou Xiuan was already home, leaning lazily on the sofa, scrolling through his phone, relaxed and comfortable. He did not notice my injured leg, my exhaustion, my pale face. He did not greet me. Instead, he frowned and spoke first, voice sharp with irritation. Why did you leave that passive-aggressive comment under Sir Yuan's post? I already told you. I was only helping her out of obligation. It was just a birthday party. You always overreact and make everyone uncomfortable. Are you satisfied now? I held my crutch steadily in the doorway, drained of all energy to fight. Really? Then I misunderstood. I'll delete it right away so I won't ruin your fun. He stared at me, stunned. He had expected tears. Accusations, a big fight. He was ready to defend himself, to explain, to argue. He was used to me being emotional, used to me giving in. He had never seen me this quiet, this empty. When I said nothing and began silently packing my things, his irritation grew. He stepped forward and grabbed my arm roughly. It's just a party you didn't attend. You hate crowds anyway. Why must you pout and cause trouble? His pull threw me off balance. My injured leg cowled and support me. I stumbled and fell heavily onto the sofa. Only then did he finally see the thick white plaster on my leg, my pale face, the exhaustion in my eyes. His tone broke instantly. All anger vanished into panic. Yan, when did you get hurt? Why didn't you tell me? I raised my hand and stopped him before he could touch me, cold and distant. Don't bother. I can manage on my own. I bent to gather my scattered belongings, never glancing his way. In the past, no matter how he ignored me, how he hurt me, I would soften. Forgive him, never leave him alone like this. Not anymore, Shuyang. His voice turned uneasy, frustrated. What's wrong with you? Say it if you're upset. Don't treat me like this. I kept folding my clothes calmly. I'm fine, Song Shuyan. He rarely lost his temper like this, rarely looked helpless. I smiled faintly. It's fine about the birthday party. I wouldn't have enjoyed it anyway. You didn't tell me, and that's reasonable. He froze, confused and irritated all at once. He grabbed my wrist tightly. If you want to quarrel, then quarrel. Don't do this silent treatment. Why quarrel? I pulled out 2 movie tickets from my bag, calm and gentle. I was just looking for these. We planned to watch a movie together tonight for our anniversary. Let's go now. He hesitated, then relaxed, slightly relieved. You're really not angry? Hey, I was unreasonable before. I said softly, let's forget everything. Let's just watch the movie peacefully. He stared at me, a flash of guilt crossing his eyes. He reached out to support me. All right. No need, I said. I have a crutch. Your crutch isn't as steady as me. Without hesitation, he lifted me gently into his arms and carried me outside. Don't walk around these days. They'll carry you wherever you need to go. I pretended to be a little annoyed, tapping his chest lightly. Everything felt exactly like old times. Inside the cinema, his phone vibrated again and again. I glanced over. The screen lit up with Lin Suryuan's selfie as the caller photo, marked simply, Ruan Ruan. He declined the calls one after another, then covered my hand gently, signaling me not to worry. I smiled and looked back at the screen. The phone shook again. A new message popped up, Brother Yuan. If you don't come right now, I'll hurt myself. I'm so scared. It was her usual trick. She claimed to have depression, always using self-harm threats to pull him to her side. Once I had always let him go. Later, I realized she never actually hurt herself. The last time I stopped him, he had pushed me onto the sofa furiously and shouted, "She's sick. How can you be so cruel to a patient?" Then he left me alone on our anniversary, sitting in front of a cold cake until dawn. Now, his finger hovered over the decline button. He looked at me hesitantly. Yan, it's fine. I interrupted softly. I took his phone, answered the call, and handed it back to him. Go quickly. Come back soon. He stared at me deeply, squeezed my hand tightly, and hurried out of the theater to answer her call. The movie ended 2 hours later. Lu Xiuyuan never came back. I could barely walk. A kind stranger helped me outside into the cold night. The street was empty. The winter wind stung my cheeks. My phone lit up. Lin Suryuan posted another Weibo photo. In the picture, Lu Xiuyuan's careful hands were dabbing ointment on her slightly scraped ankle. The caption whimpered playfully, just a tiny scratch. But Brother Yuan panicked so much he left the movies just to take care of me. Who else will spoil me like a child? In the past, I would have rushed over screaming, furious that he abandoned his injured girlfriend for a tiny scratch on his childhood friend. But now, I simply liked the post, then unfollowed her. I opened a ride-hailing app. Suddenly, his car pulled up in front of me. Yan, why are you outside alone? He hurried to get out and help me. I stepped back gently. The movie's over. He blinked. Oh, then we can watch the next show. I've sorted everything out. I shook my head, still smiling softly. No need. It's already over. He finally sensed something wrong, his expression turning confused. It's just a little late. We can go home now. I'll take you back. I waved my phone lightly. I already ordered a taxi. I'm already here. Cancel it. I shook my head again, calm and steady. Do you know why I still asked you to watch a movie with me tonight? Why? He frowned slightly. Because I promised you, I said quietly. I promised we'd spend our 5th anniversary watching a movie together. He paused, guilt flickering in his eyes. I was just worried about her condition. You know she's depressed. I know. I cut him off gently. I don't blame you. I looked at him steadily. I've thought about it these past few days. Neither of us did anything wrong. We're just not right for each other. His smile vanished instantly. His hand froze mid-air. His voice trembled. What are you saying? Xiu, I said softly. I know you think you should take care of her when she needs you. I know nothing happened between you two. But I can't live like this anymore. I've tried changing you. I tried changing myself. For 5 years. Nothing worked. So let's break up. He reached for me in shock, voice cracking. Don't joke like that, Yan Yan. I swear nothing is going on between us. I know. I said. I just can't bear this kind of life anymore. His breath shook. Don't you love me anymore? I fell silent for a moment, then sighed softly. Of course I still love you. It's 5 years. But if we marry, we'll keep fighting over her forever. I don't want that kind of life. I don't want us to end up hating each other. I pulled his hand away gently. Let's stop now while we still have good memories. His eyes turned red under the street lamp. He shook his head in disbelief, gripping my wrist tightly. Don't do this. It'll change. I really will. I smiled faintly, a little surprised. It was the first time he had ever apologized to me. For, every time I cried over Lin Yuan, he would only coldly say, am I not allowed to help a sick friend? If I wanted her, you would have no place beside me. Every single time, I surrendered first. Now he begged to change. But I only shook my head. If you could change, we wouldn't be here today. The taxi arrived. I stepped back. I have to go. He held me back. Voice urgent and desperate. Give me a chance to prove it. I believe you, I answered honestly. But I can't afford to trust you again. It will only hurt more later. I slowly pulled my hand free, leaving a small Doraemon keychain in his palm. The movie souvenir we'd gotten earlier. I kept my promise to you. That's enough. I glanced back once, smiling faintly. Thank you for 5 years of company. I thought he would say something, but he didn't. For a whole week, he never contacted me. I told myself he was fine, that he didn't care. Then came a friend's gathering. I walked in and saw him sitting there, with Lin Yuan right beside him. My best friend Kenya froze. I didn't know he was coming. Before I could reply, Lin Yuan ran over with a glass, smiling sweetly. Sister, long time no see. I hope you're not mad at me. Let me toast you. Her glass almost touched mine when a familiar hand blocked it. Liu Yuan looked down at me, tone cold and protective. She can't drink. Don't force her. Kanya was furious. We're not forcing her. It's fine. Mr. Liu. I stopped Kenya, nodding calmly. Liu Yuan's brows tightened slightly. Brother Yuan, I can drink a little. Lin Yuan pouted. Liu Yuan smiled and ruffled her hair, just like he used to do to me. Sure, you can drink the most. They turned away. For a second, his eyes met mine. Then he held her hand tightly. Just as he once held mine. His friends laughed loudly. Finally, Lu Ji brings his real match. Everyone knows you two are meant to be. Why did you always bring that other woman before? Now you've finally woken up. Liu Yuan's fingers tightened around his glass. He glanced at me, then smiled faintly. Nothing. Just wanted to bring her. We're family. Lin Yuan blushed and hit his chest playfully. I lifted my glass toward Liu Yuan. Wish you both a happy marriage soon. I drank it all in one go, then turned and left with Kinyo. Behind me, Liu Yuan's expression turned deadly cold. Later, outside a private room, I overheard his voice, low and harsh. Don't talk about her like that again. That's the last time. His friend sounded confused. Lu Ji, you hated being controlled by her before. We were just helping you vent. Enough. His voice was sharp. Luigi, you're not thinking of getting back with her, are you? She's only threatening you with a breakup. ISAIDNOUGH. I walked away quietly. A while later, Luxiuu found me alone on the street. Yow yow. I turned, disappointed to see him instead. Before I could speak, he pulled me into a tight embrace, voice hoarse and broken. I'm sorry. I didn't contact you for 5 days on purpose. I listened to their stupid ideas. I've been going crazy without you. I pushed him away gently. It would be easier for me if you never contacted me again. His eyes were red. Can we really not go back? I smiled softly. I'm insecure, shy, and I used to be lovesick, but I have one good quality. Once I make a decision, I never look back. Just then, Kenya arrived. I pushed him away completely. Take care. The car drove away. I looked back. He was still standing there in the cold wind. After that, Luxiuu began messaging me simply, only greetings. Only holiday wishes like a casual friend. No more fights, no more tears. Life was quieter, but emptier. One cold day, he waited for me downstairs at my company, wearing the gray coat I had bought him years ago, holding a red jewelry box in his hand. It's cold? Why are you wearing so little? I walked down wrapped in a thick down jacket. Why are you still wearing this old coat? He smiled faintly. Used to it. It's hard to change. This is for you. I opened the box and saw gold wedding jewelry. I immediately pushed it back. I can't take this. My parents are here in the city. They prepared this for you. I froze. They don't know we broke up. He nodded slowly.